I know it's not right to judge how someone grieves, but this is not the way. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and this is an important story. Look, I originally didn't even want to report it because I felt like it was just so disrespectful to Twitch's legacy and to his children that his own wife, widowed by his unalivement, would go out to People magazine and sell this story about how much he was hiding and that he had a drug addiction. Well, it turns out there's a lot more to the story than Allison's actually revealing. And Twitch's own family is coming out to slam her in these revelations, and also talking about how she made the entire family, including Twitch's mom, sign an NDA so she could keep all of the details for this memoir. This is a rough one, guys. So I think it's important we watch what Allison's saying. Again, at first I didn't want to judge how she was grieving, but as more and more come forward and the more she's revealing about Twitch, for those of you who don't know, Twitch was the DJ on Ellen, a beloved figure, and he unalived himself back in, it was 2022. She's also a dancer. They dance together and stuff. And here's where she decided to go to People magazine to open up about it all.
I had dealt with an ex that had addiction problems, and then I realized Steven had addiction problems, and it's something that I kind of have been like, where was I involved in this? And I had to take some steps for myself to realize, like, you know, I was able to help one, and I wish I could have been that for the other. But it's also not my job to do that. There was a moment I was with one of my really dear friends, and we were cleaning out the closet and picking out an outfit for him for the funeral. And it was a really triggering moment for me because there was a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed. And it was very alarming to me to learn that there was so much happening that I had no clue.
So you had no clue, but you also...
I realized Steven had addiction problems.
Which is it? Because you're out there now telling People magazine, which his kids will read, that he has substance addiction problems, specifically saying that in that closet, you found a cornucopia of substances, including mushrooms, pills, and other substances I had to look up on my phone. I mean, that could be prescription stuff for all we know. In fact, the family isn't having it at all. Here is one of his cousins. She won't let our family see the kids. He wasn't an addict. He smoked weed and was actively trying to quit. He wasn't some junkie, is what the response was. I don't give an F about an NDA. This crazy woman made me and his actual family, including sign an NDA just to even attend the funeral. She's been trying to tarnish his legacy and refuses to let the boss family see the children, only to exploit and lie on my cousin. Hell no. Here's another. His brother addressed his behavior as well, coming in. You was the one that was doing them drug. We know the real. Let's not forget what was up your nose. Due to the recent selfish acts of a certain horrible piece of trash human being who only wants to use my best friend's memory to benefit herself and her stupid ass book she's selling, I think I want to go live and share some actual heartfelt memories of Steven and open it to anyone who wants to hop in and share. We will not let this self-centered troglodyte control the narrative and try to do anything other than shine light and love on his memory. If you want to hop on live, yada, yada, to remind the world of how amazing he was and the impact he made on lives. Yeah, that's how we should be doing it. My God, this is horrific what she's doing for this guy's kids, everything. I'm floored.
So it was a really scary moment in my life to figure that out, but it also helped me process that he was going through so much and he was hiding so much, and there must have been a lot of shame in that. And he was wrestling with a lot inside himself, and he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put it on anyone. Because he loved everyone so much. He didn't want other people to take on his pain. But it was very alarming and scary to find those things and have never known.
Well, I mean, the fact that you didn't know is very telling to me. And now that you're opening this all up and showing up for photographs and memoirs, I mean, this looks bad, girl. This looks bad.
One of my really good friends, she was over at my home right after everything had happened with Steve.
Right after you found the cornucopia? Ooh, girl.
Steven.
Same friend who's in the closet finding these secrets.
I should document everything. And I was like, why would I document anything? She goes, it's going to be
why would I document this? Oh, I wonder why.
For you to share your story one day. And so from that moment on, I just randomly would like jot notes in my phone, even though I'd be
Girl, you knew it was because it was payday. You knew that, oh my gosh, I can sell a bunch of stuff about Twitch and his death and people will want to buy the book. And I honestly shame on anybody who now buys this book. This is so shameful to his legacy. Why are you doing this to his kids and to him?
Crying, and I'd be so sad. But I was like, this might be important one day, or even to share it with my kids one day, the experience that we went through, because my youngers, they might not remember certain details and things.
And they might now regret that you did any of this to begin with if they're so young, because you didn't wait that long.
So I started jotting things down, but it is interesting when you're on this healing journey, and the journey that I've been on.
Is that what this is called? This is now, to exploit your dead loved ones is now a healing journey.
Or being discovered, or new things, or I was having new aha moments. So I would be writing this book and then have to be like, wait, go back, this is different for me now. Or I just realized this for the first time. And it was kind of like therapy for me. And I looked at myself all the time.
It sounds so fun. Oh, I'm so glad you're having such a good time. Anyway, I can't keep watching this woman. The family is now livid, slamming her about this. So irate over these allegations. Many people coming forward, making an Instagram post. Here's one from another family friend. Courtney Ann Platt, this is sort of the first one I saw. Anyone who knows me knows I go straight to the source during conflict and handle my business. But since there's clearly no shame in being so public, I haven't said a word in 2 years, but here I go. I was there the moment you both connected. I was there the day you got engaged. I stood by your side on your wedding day. I was in your home the day he died. I was by your side because your husband was my family. It didn't matter how often we spoke, how often we saw each other. We were bonded forever. This is by far the most tacky, classless, opportunist act I've ever seen in my entire life. We all had to sign some weird NDA to attend his funeral, even his own mother, who you've treated like garbage this entire time. And let's just remember, you wouldn't have had a husband if it wasn't for her. Not to share anything or ruin his name as to... or ruin his name as if that was on anyone's mind in the first place. And here you go and write a book with all the dirty laundry, smearing his name and attempting to dim the bright, loyal, loving light that was your husband, my friend. Whether any of it is true or not is actually besides the point. This is how you protect the boss name you so quickly dropped on your social media platforms 48 hours after he passed. His legacy. This is how you protect his children from any further humiliation, hurt, or despair. This is what you want them to remember about him. You have moved on. You're living your life. You're on every carpet you can get on, every celebrity row you can sit in, every magazine you can be in, and you needed to do this? Get a journal, get a therapist, a friend, but publishing a book shamelessly sharing the pages of your husband's journal? People magazine? What a joke. Yes, he took his own life, which is a fact all of us still can't fathom. And he clearly is having mental health issues, hurting so deeply. And this is your example of empathy, of your love? This smear campaign for a buck is absolutely not what he would have ever wanted. No matter how bad he was hurting, no matter how bad he's hurting, not for a second, you're a living, breathing bulldozer. Stick to your own demons. Shame on you, Allison. Shame on your money-hungry team. Let my friend rest in peace, not your PR. That's ultimately why I wanted to make this video, to see the family out there loudly trying to distance themselves and make it clear they were forced to sign NDAs to go to the funeral. So I assume so she could sell this book and keep all the secrets to herself. And yeah, as many people lie on the cousin, on her cousin. Now she's made some responses back. Here was one. This whole thing made me sad. He's gone. Why tear apart his name? I fully support him about you moving on and being happy, but this paycheck was not worth disgracing his name. She responded, I'll always love you. Just trying to help people feel safe, to ask for help and support. Oh, is that what this is? Yeah, sure. That's exactly what this looks like. Yeah. No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I think this is a horrific look, especially since his autopsy revealed there were no substances in his body. He wasn't an addict. He didn't die because of that. That's not what happened. And if he had been an addict, I would assume he would have substances in there, but he didn't. And so for her to now taint the legacy for People magazine, and he was hiding so much, and oh my gosh, he wouldn't tell me things. Seeing how you're reacting to all this, maybe there's a reason he didn't tell you. I got to team with the family on this one. This is a horrible look. You should be ashamed of yourself. Look, she might need money, but I bet you she could have gotten money from some of his famous friends. If she had called Ellen and said, look, I'm struggling here. I really could use help. I think even Ellen would have stepped up and made sure Twitch's family was okay. This is absurd that she needed to do this. This wasn't for money. This was for ego. This was for her to be famous and to be on People magazine, to get the cover, to play the victim. Because everybody's got to play the victim. And here, she actually was a victim of something here. This is a tragic loss for her kids. But this is what you do? Oh my God, no thanks. I'm just so bothered by this and so disgusted by this that you would sell out your husband who unalived himself and the father of your kids who are still there grieving, I imagine, to tell your journey, your healing journey on People magazine for all the photos, show how strong you are. No, this just made you look the complete opposite. I'm with the family on this. Shame on this. This is not the way, especially still so soon. I'm steering clear of this book and any other stories regarding her. I want nothing to do with this. This man should be lifted up in love and light and remembered positively. And I find this despicable. Absolutely despicable. Am I alone in this? I want to know what your thoughts are. Tell me down below in the comments. Please make sure you also hit that subscribe, hit that bell for all alerts, smash that like button, and let me know. Has she gone too far, or is this unfair to even comment on her grieving? And everyone can grieve their own way. That's what she's saying. What do you think in the comments down below? Let's hear it. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming.